like, I was so full of fear, and you know, like my motor of my life is the fear. When I'm scared, I'm like, oh, how am I going to do it? And then I absolutely need to do it.
But he comes across as very sympathetic.
Sorry?
I mean, we have sympathy for him.
Yes, and that was really the biggest challenge, because the guy is a psychopath at the same time. And how would I do that? You know, in image, how am I going to show it? So, you know, and it goes through everything from the clothes that he used for him. You know, I mean, that's basically his performance that makes that. But all the small details also help. You know.
Did you always have Ryan Reynolds in mind, or like, when you read the script, or is that something that came on board?
No, listen, I read the script and they say Ryan Reynolds is really interested in the project. So I'm in Europe and I know Ryan Reynolds because of Proposal and the Green Lantern. I've not seen Buried, which is his best film, you know, it's really great. So I go to meet the guy and I really don't know what to expect. And he keeps on telling me, I'm Jerry. And I'm like, stop saying that, I'm scared, you know. I really, and I see his face, you know, because he has really these creepy eyes, you know, he has these dark eyes, you know, that, and at the same time he smiles, and you're like, oh, whatever, you kill me, it's forgiven, you know, and he really has this thing, so I was like, this is him, but, you know, Ryan came, and, you know, he's making all the voices of the animals, he's so talented. As I said to the other table, you know, it's like, as a director, it's very rare, you know, you're directing, and suddenly you become the spectator of your own film. You know, some actor is making such a great performance that you're not directing. I was like, wow, this is so cool, you know, and it happened many times with Ryan, which is not something, you know, that is so common.
So it was like a fortuitous discovery. I mean, were you already sort of putting in sort of, preparing to get somebody else to do the voices of the animals, and then you were surprised by the fact that
listen, for the animals, you know, when you make the animals, it's a special effect, and I only had 33 days of shooting. You have to make storyboard, and you have to, you know, prepare them, because, you know, because of the special effect, you cannot make camera movement, so you have to have 2 camera lock, etc., etc. So when I make it the animatic, obviously I have to make the voices of the animals myself. So in my head, the cat was Joe Pesci, you know, like, you know, with like that. And Ryan comes and he say, oh, I want him to be a Scottish man, and he makes this thick voice. And suddenly, you know, like a flash, I remember the Scottish bar that is down at my house, in which I used to drink a lot of whiskey. And I remember this guy, the Scottish man, very thin, you know, with red hair, with a voice like that, who plays dart, you know, he just twisted like that, you know, really with bad eye like that, but a nice guy at the same time. And I was like, this is Mr. Whiskey, of course that's him. But it was not my proposition at all. He came with the idea of doing it. But you know, Ryan Reynolds, you know, I don't know if he will like what I say, but you know, for me he is like a Ferrari, and he is driven like if he was a hillman. You know, and you know this car, the hillman. That's British. It's a very old British car that used, you know, like
Hillman
of Hillman.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Because my uncle had one of those. I know them. The guy is a fucking Ferrari, man. You can do whatever you want with this guy. He's like really, really talented.